Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is for Advanced Geometry, Chapter 4, Section 4, using congruent triangles. And what we're going to learn today is CP-CTC. So CP-CTC stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So what we learned in sections 2 and 3 were that we don't have to show that all the corresponding sides and all the corresponding angles of triangles are congruent in order to prove them they're congruent. Now, once we show they're congruent, then other parts that we didn't know were congruent, we can say are congruent using CP. So the important part about CP-CTC is you must know the triangles are congruent before you use it. So you must know triangles are congruent before using CP-CTC. So when you do one of these proofs, if you're using CP-CTC as one of your reasons, you need to make sure and you go back and double check that you proved triangles are congruent, or you were given triangles were congruent before you used it. Okay, so we have this umbrella frame, and the stretchers are congruent and they open to angles of equal measure. So we're given that SL is congruent to SR, and we're given angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and we want to prove the angles formed by the shaft and the ribs are congruent. So that would be angles 3 and angle 4. Okay, so statement, reason. Okay, start out with my givens. So when I look at this one, I want to prove that angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent. They're not vertical angles. You know, we don't have parallel lines. I can't do anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two triangles that are formed in this picture, and I first want to prove that they're congruent. Okay, so right now they told me that the stretchers are congruent. There's a side, and they've given me that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. So really, I only need one more side, and that is CS. And I can say that CS is congruent to CS segment, and this would be reflexive property of congruence. Now I can say the triangles are congruent. So triangle CLS is congruent to triangle CRS. And what I have here is side angle side congruence, and it is a postulate. Now once I say the triangles are congruent, I can use that to show that, you know, those angle R and angle L are congruent, or I could even do angle 5 and angle 6. But what I want to do is say that angle 3 is congruent to angle 4, and my reason is just CP-CTC. So these proofs are going to get more tougher, and we're going to also do section 7. We normally do 4 and 7 together, and in that one you'll have triangles within triangles. This is a cool type of problem to do, and there's lots of ways to do it. This one, you can use similarity to do this. I think you did that in advanced 7th grade math. You can also do this with trig, which we'll do later on. But this idea is really cool the way they did it here. So what I want you to do for this picture is take a look at the scenario, the history behind it, and take a look at what they give you. And what we're going to do is we are going to prove that the triangles are congruent, and we're going to use those to find how far. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care.